Hello everybody and welcome to a new class. So before we get into this next lesson, I do have a few reminders and a few ideas that I wanted to go over. So one of these things is that some people may think they are divine without doing the work. These could be people with lucky careers, money, or friends, but this does not necessarily mean that they are divine. These are superficial things that can only be seen on the outside when the real judgment comes from within. Now, these people could be very nice people too, but this only means that they have great potential to be real, true, divine. The reason why we say this is because we do not want to discount the people who take this seriously, the people who do the meditation, the practicing, the researching, the reading, the crystals, the time and energy and money they spent into actually balancing out their chakras and their spirit. They did a lot of hard work, and we don't want to just act like we do the work like them if you don't. So we still want to respect the people that actually put forward the effort. But yes, some of these people may be sweet, but that just means that they have potential. They do have potential, yes, but that does not mean that they automatically get that. Unless you've been seeing spiritual things from you as you were a kid, but still, you are still required to do the work. Okay. Another thing that we need to go over is that, as you know, that my third eye is open, and I am a trained professional, and I will know if there are disturbances in the energy. And I do get confirmation through my tarot that there are people out there that they will see a light person going through hardships, and they will automatically assume that this is their karma and that they are bad people and they deserve bad things happening to them, which this is not true. A person of the light could be being attacked by demons because demons do not like when the world is a light, happy place to be. Demons don't like the light, so if they see someone being of the light, they will possess people to go attack people of the light. The demons will attack people of the light, they will possess others around them, but that does not necessarily mean that light people deserve it. So don't judge people. Don't judge people automatically. I've seen a lot of people judge people way too quickly and come up with conclusions without actually getting to know the person very well. So we really want to stay away from that. Okay, another thing that we need to go over, when you're practicing colorism, using the colors, wearing colors, accessories to represent the zodiac sign of the season in the current time, you need to think about the material of the fabric. So, no polyester, nothing made with chemicals, right? We want something natural like linen or bamboo, or I think even wool is going to be okay, because humans are electrical beings. Humans have electromagnetic field that we need to maintain. And if we're wearing something like polyester, which is recycled fabric, which is great, but it's not great for the electromagnetism of the human. It'll cut off your electricity. So that is something to think about when you are picking out your new outfits. Also, This is something that I want to do over time, over the next couple of years. Maybe I do want to replace the fabrics in my closet, but of course, that's not financially realistic. So remember, this is a slow progress of building up over time, and it's not financially good for me to do everything all at the same time, right? So let's go over the documentaries that I mentioned last class. So I had a documentary of the Kali Yuga, and I also had a documentary of transhumanism, which I hope you guys saw those ones. Those are really good. So basically, what the Kali Yuga is over time humans are falling into darkness of materialism and heartlessness, right? And so this is why myself, and lots of, maybe even hundreds and thousands of people on the internet are trying to teach people spirituality. Because if we start early, we're going to be very good as a human race in the long run. Okay? So the Kali Yuga is over the span of 426,000 years, or 27,000. Um, but we only grazed the surface of it by 5,000 years. So, yes, we have 426,875 years left of the Kali Yuga. So, yes, lucky for us, we are in the beginning, but it is still our responsibility to make sure that people learn and pass down the practices through the generations so the human race can continue to thrive and be here and keep creating, so we don't accidentally wipe each other out by fighting each other over materialism. Okay? It's very important that we do practice this. And if in the documentary of transhumanism, they did go over the fact that climate change can be affected by frequencies from space, which is true, yes, but it is still important. I don't want people getting confused on this subject if they think like, oh, if it's from space, then humans don't have to do their part, because it is also both things combined. These are both things combined, so it is still very important that as humans we do take care of our planet, but don't give up on our planet. I just want to remind you on that. All right. Um, so sunbathing. If you've seen my routine video for my veganism and spiritual routine, sunbathing every day can dry out your skin. So be sure to have some type of all natural, non SPF moisturizer or body oil. I like to use the Osea body oil. Of course, that's an eco friendly brand, non toxic, really good company. Something with no SPF in the lotion, moisturizer, okay? Because we don't need SPF. We are alkaline. We are fasting. So we don't need that. So, a little update with myself. This past week, I managed to quit smoking, which I am very, very happy with. And I started fasting again. Right now, I'm coming up to about 40 hours of no food at this time, like right now. And I want to remind you guys, please do not fast while you have any type of addiction. You don't want to be doing that. It's dangerous to do that while you're fasting. So, for my fasting schedule now, um, this week and next week, we're going to be doing 45-hour fast. And then the third week, we're going to be trying to push 72 hours and add more time like that. Um, and later on in this course, I will teach you how to use energy working with herbs, crystals, incense to help you get rid of your addiction. And also, for those of you out there who are more experienced and you know more spirituality, it is currently Virgo season, and we're on the waning crescent into the new moon. So, if you are experienced, or by the end of this class, you're going to understand that this time in particular was a very perfect time to quit smoking. It's a very, very good time to do that. And I'll show you later when I teach how to relieve addictions that this was actually a very good move for me to be doing. Of course, I'm a professional and I know exactly when to be doing certain types of practices. And I feel like the divine wanted me to go through that on purpose because they wanted me to be able to learn how to cure this and how to help other people get rid of their own addictions as well. So they did want me to learn that. I know that for sure. So I also want to mention just a little thing right here. Previously, also, since I did mention that I'm in a fast right now, I'm coming on 40 hours, no food, right? But I'm still here, I'm still teaching, I'm still focusing, right? So the way that I do fasting is the correct way because I'm not struggling. I'm still able to go through my fast, teach you, focus, come up with my ideas, and I'm still fine because we do fasting the correct way. So, previously in my vegan transition video, I said that I go to bed at 10 p.m. for my circadian rhythm, but with my job that I have now, I need to go to bed at like 1 a.m. So it's okay if you need to make adjustments. It's more of like a goal that you need to aim for, but if you need to make room other places, that's okay. Also, with my veganism and fasting, I really don't need to sleep that much anyways. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I went to bed at 1 a.m. and I only had 4.5 hours of sleep, which is all I really needed, especially since I'm fasting right now. Your body doesn't need that much because we know how to run our body efficiently with the veganism, with the fasting, and so your body is running more efficient. And I'm not tired at all. I'm still here, still teaching. So let's go over on how to select the correct supplies and how to understand the spiritual shop. It is very common for the average person to wander into a spiritual shop and look around at all the pretty displays, but they never actually know what they are doing and they're not actually getting anything done. Okay? So, how do you know what you're doing? How do you know what these things actually are? So yes, they do have displays and they do have like maybe little tags for their crystals, but sometimes they don't have zodiac signs connected with them to the crystals. Sometimes they don't have accurate uses of the crystals. So this is why we have our reference books that I'm going to show you right now to use as a stable, solid guide to pick out your items. Now remember, building your collection can take time. Please don't make yourself broke trying to buy everything you can all at the same time. Only buy when you feel comfortable affording them, okay? And also, when you're buying your books, I would recommend buying your books used because it is cheaper and better for the environment. All of my books are used that I bought, and they came in good condition, and yeah, they were a lot cheaper than buying them new. All right. So our first reference book is going to be our Encyclopedia of Crystals, Melody's Love is in the Earth. Now, I really like this book because they have, like, I don't even know how many, but they have almost every single crystal you can imagine, plus the zodiac signs, plus numbers that they have, and sometimes they have chakras listed. And in the back, they have an index with all sorts of different uses of crystals that you could be looking for. So, for example, they have an index for things like anger, if you want to suppress your anger. If you want aid in your astral travel, they have things for that. If you want crystals for a certain zodiac sign, Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius, they will have that index with all the page numbers, so you can go directly to the page and get what you're looking for. They have things like physical illnesses, mental illnesses, manifestations. Maybe you want to bring in money. Maybe you need help with your emotions. Maybe you want to bring in love. They have all sorts of things in the index in the back. So we're going to be using this as reference to pick out your crystals. Now, when you're picking out your crystals for your zodiac signs, you can use any zodiac sign that you have in your birth chart. Like we said, like we saw in last class. The last class we went over on how to read your zodiac birth chart, and any of those zodiac signs in your chart you can use. So my Mars is in Libra, I can still use Libra crystals even though my sun is in Gemini. You may know your sun sign, mine Gemini, but maybe your Mars is in Libra, and you can still use Libra. So you can use all the way down to Pluto, any of those signs, you can use those crystals. So it can be very useful to know that. Hold on, I gotta adjust. So the next reference book that we have is the Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Herbs. I really, really, really like this one because inside of it, they have a planet, an element, an index in the back for certain types of intentions that you want, manifestation that you want. But yeah, let's go ahead and get a good example for sage. Everybody knows what sage is, right? Let me find it. LMNOPQRA, sage. All right. So for example, sage for the planet Jupiter, element of air. So you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Jupiter in your birth chart, then you may feel the energies of sage more strongly and more precisely than maybe somebody who doesn't have air Jupiter, right? And they have magical uses in the book, and they have all these descriptions of all these different herbs from A to Z Encyclopedia of Herbs. And at the beginning of the book, they also teach you how to enchant your herbs and make sachets. So this is a really, really amazing reference book. So of course they have protections, they have things for money, rituals. I know a lot of people like to do that one. They have, let's see, I really like to use this just for like protection magic mainly, and like whatever intention, if you want to draw in love, if you want to draw in peace, or have more psychic strength, maybe you want your visions to be stronger, right? Purification. So that's a really, really good book that you can grab and use that as your reference. I'm always looking at stuff. Every time I have something in my house and I'm like, oh, what does this do again? I forgot. I always pull out the book and I look it up, okay? If you want to use a smoke-free, herb-free method of cleansing, you can buy bells or any type of like sound tools that you can go research on your own. Yeah. If you don't want smoke in your house, you can use sound tools. I would recommend researching that. And lastly, another important reference book is Cunningham's Wicca in the Kitchen. And so I like to use this one to, in the beginning, it has the Wheel of the Year holidays. And so you can learn about those a little bit right there. And this book will tell you all of the elementals and planets and magical uses for each food. So, say for example, oregano. Oregano is Mercury air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Mercury. If that is in your chart, you may resonate with this one more. And this has the energy of peace. Oregano has the energy of peace, for example. But this is a really, really good book. Of course, you don't necessarily have to use like all of the foods in here because they have foods that are not on our diet. We are still vegan. We are still non-GMOs. So we are still alkaline. So make sure that you stay on your alkaline vegan, but because this has things that are not alkaline vegan in them, so veganize it, alkaline it, so you can know what you're eating. So yeah, I'll say for example, I want to manifest in money, which is what I've been doing for a while. I want to manifest money. And so I've been eating like figs. I've been eating pears. So things of that nature, you can use that book for that. And those are vegan, those are alkaline. Those are really good things for you to know. Yeah, again, I need to remind you that always start with protections. Protection herbs, protection wards, protection food. You can do protection crystals. Always start with protections first, because as soon as any demon gets alerted that you are now light, you are now practicing, they're going to come after you. So it's always a good idea to have as many as you can, as soon as you can, in protections. You can use all signs in your chart for crystals for a desired purpose. Okay, how to cleanse your energy and home. So I want to remind you, please wait until the end of the video so you learn all of our steps in the proper order, because the ordering of this is actually pretty important. And here's a little tip. You can do a basic cleanse every time you have a weekend off from work. It's your off day from work. You can do a basic cleanse. It does not have to be a full moon deep cleanse, okay? So there's a bit of a difference, and in the next class we'll go over the moon phases and how to use them. So for a full moon deep cleanse, deep clean your home. You may want to start a few days before the full moon to make sure that you have everything done in time to do your ritual. So again, we do the cleanse on the full moon, but you can start doing your cleaning a few days before so you have enough time to get everything done. Have everything done the day before so you can do a once over on the day of. Clean back to front, top to bottom. So if you don't know where to clean, if you're one of those people who have trouble focusing on their cleaning, back to front, top to bottom. Back to front, top to bottom. The furthest back point of your house, upstairs, top to bottom. Dispel your energy. So after you clean, you should be doing some type of Reiki to remove other people's energies, or you can do a dispelling dance, which I can, yeah, you can dance to dispel. There's a certain dance that I do that I can teach you guys later. I'll put it up on my channel. I learned it from some other woman on YouTube, but I really can't find the video again, or else I would give her credit, but I'll just show you guys again for the sake of teaching, to dispel the energy that's trapped inside of your muscles. So yeah, I use Reiki, I use Healing and Beyond. Mostly he has a great channel, but there's plenty of other Reiki healers that you can watch that can remove other people's energies. So then you want to take a spiritual bath. After you're done cleaning and dancing, you're probably a little sweaty. Go ahead and take a spiritual bath. You can get yourself a little clean, but that's not like the whole point, of course. Use pink salts, herbs from the reference book if they are safe. So, okay, with the reference book, with the Green Encyclopedia of Herbs, this one you want to be careful a bit because some herbs are going to be poison. Some herbs are toxic to pets, dogs, or cats, so you might want to keep them out of reach if you want to use them, and only use herbs that say they can. The book will say you can use them for a bath, or if you can find them in a common bath product, something that's already on the store shelves. Okay, so you want to be careful with that. Stir the bath with the right hand in a clockwise formation with an intention in mind and a symbol. So what I really like about this Wicca in the Kitchen book, this one, they have symbols for intentions in the back. In the back of the book, they will give you a symbol for the intention in the back. So protection, you're going to want to imagine a star in your head if you're doing a protection bath. Okay, so these books are really important to get. Okay, you guys should definitely get them. So what I like to do while I'm in the bath, so yeah, use your bubble bath soap. You can match the herbs, match the bath product with a bubble bath you can just find at the store, or a bath bomb, or some herbs. You can just throw them in there. Of course, be safe, something that's common, something that if it says in the book you can bathe in it, you can do it. All right, just double check. Yeah, so while I'm in the bath, I like to gently rub the points of my chakra. So from bottom to top, you'll gently take the chakra point and you'll gently rub it out like this. Not too hard, but you're just gonna go and massage it so it can help you unblock. Now, after you're done with your spiritual bath, you can meditate in your chakras. I like to use a 30-minute video because that one's not too long. It's not too hard to do it, but I'll do a 30-minute chakra video to cleanse out my chakras before I cleanse my space. And now after you've done meditating, you can use your incense spray, you can do a sage spray, you can use your sound tools, anything that you like, and you can open all the cabinets and drawers of the house, cleanse your hands, cleanse your body top to bottom. Then you can start in your house cleansing the walls, the everything inside of the cabinets, back to front, top to bottom. So you'll take your incense and you'll let the smoke go through the house from back to front, top to bottom, and make sure you get inside of all of the drawers and the cabinets. You just really want to sage the house real good and bring everything out towards an open door or a window, okay? So you can use a window as your exit point from the furthest back point. So you're going to have a far back point and you're going to have an exit point with a window open or doors open, and just kick out any negative energy, all right? I'm sure there's like a lot of, if I wasn't clear on that, then you can go ahead and look up more videos of people doing that. There's plenty of cleanse energy videos to teach you how to do that if I wasn't clear, okay? Um, Meditation. I don't know who taught me this. I don't remember and I can't find it again, but the sit down method, if you guys saw my routine video, I showed you guys the sit down method for the way I meditate. So of course, no socks, no shoes, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and you start in a standing position. You breathe in through the nose and out the mouth. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Um, Sorry. But yes, so I'll start in a standing position, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Raise your hands up and down, up through the nose, down through the mouth, and kind of just do that in front of yourself, like this. And then after a few breaths, you'll motion your hands to go out to your sides, like that. After a few breaths, you can start putting your hands on your knees and start bending down to sit down. More breathing, more breathing. Then you'll squat a little bit, put your hands on the floor, do more breathing, sit down in your chosen position, and walk your hands in front of you. Go right, breathe, and go back to the center. Breathe, and then go left, and breathe, and come back to the center, and walk your hands back up, and you're ready to go meditate. I am sorry if I said that really quickly. But you are ready for meditation. Now, you can use any of these positions. I like to use the full lotus because I can, and it's a cool flex to do that. But there are plenty of different meditation positions that you can sit in. Okay? Now, for chakra balancing meditation in particular, okay? Um, um, Hold on. Sorry. Oh my gosh. My bad, I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry, my bad. So, with the chakra balancing meditation, some people would like to lay down on their back for meditation, but I would only recommend doing this when you have an intention, when you're doing like love frequency, money frequency. But when you're balancing your chakras, you are required to be in the sitting position for the red chakra. So make sure you get into your meditation sitting when you're doing your chakras in particular. Always start from red and go up. From the base, chakra, red, and go all the way up. You need to do them in order. Always start at red, okay? Now, when you do your sit down, you need to be facing the south. So use your compass on your phone, your GPS, and make sure that you are facing the south to start at red with the alignment of your chakras to the planet. So facing south, start red, orange, yellow, and then you'll start with green, get halfway through green, and then you'll turn around, do the other half of green, turn around to north, do the other half of green, blue, indigo, violet, okay? So red, orange, yellow, south, blue, indigo, violet at the north, Okay? So, um, I hope that made sense. But yeah, it's okay if you can't get all the way up first. It takes time. There are times where I had days where I could do the whole thing easy peasy. There's other days where I can only get up to maybe like yellow and then I can't do it. So it's okay, it takes practice if you can't do it the first time. Of course, I'll link the frequency video that I use, not too long. Um, I try to balance my chakras every other day, and then on the days in between, I'll go ahead and do an intention. So one day I'll do chakra, the next day I'll do money frequency, the next day I'll do chakra, the next day I'll do money frequency, and so on, right? You should try to meditate every single day. I know it's hard when you're so busy, but we're gonna try it. Okay, warding and the infinite return descender. So we're going to use the crystal book, right? Remember our references. We're going to be using our reference books, the crystal encyclopedia and the herb encyclopedia. And we're going to look up crystals for transmuting energies, crystals for protection, and of course you can always cross-reference on the internet. You can always go into your internet browser and you can look up protection crystals and then cross-reference them in the book. So that would be really useful. Use some herbs for protections, and it has the directions to make wards. Okay, it has directions in the book, but again, protections first. I know all the other things can be really exciting, but you always want to stay protected first. So when you get your protection crystals, it's good to use the internet for suggestions on where to place them, like around the bed or in the office or near the windows or the doors. For example, obsidian, that's going to be good near the door, right? So it can absorb outside energies right when you come in. You can use the plants of the encyclopedia, the plants from the encyclopedia, jar of rice near the door, warding. So after you cleanse your energy, after you use your sage and cleanse it out, right? You need to make sure those energies can't come back in. That's why we have warding. So cleanse first, do your ward. With your jar of rice, you don't need to replace it all the time. You can do that once a year to replace your jar. You can just keep it there. But you can have like things like cactus, you can have things like bamboo. If you're a masculine energy, if you're a man, you can have bamboo in your house. Things like cactus. Yeah, so those wards will be there to, like, after you cleanse all the energy out, after you get all the negativity out, you need to make sure that they do not come back after cleansing. And there's lots of other people that can teach you cleansing and warding. And so if I wasn't clear, then there's lots of other people that will help you with that. Oh, carryable. Okay, let's see here. Actually, it's over on the other side of the room, but I'll just tell you real quick. I bring a little bag of crystals with me every day to work, in my purse, in my pocket. I'll have like a small bag. Usually when you go to your spiritual shop, they'll give you a bag to store all of your crystals. You can use that same bag to put in, like, I carry carnelian, I carry red quartz, I carry sunstone, I carry black tourmaline, definitely I carry hematite with me, and these are all protective. I also have a necklace with malachite, and the black tourmaline malachite, and then I have like a clear quartz in there. Those will all protect me from radiation as I'm going out and about through my day, which is also something that you need to think about. I have an EMF hat from Embodiment Celestial that also blocks radiation from my third eye. Of course, I'm a professional. I need this. I need my third eye. All right, so I do protect it quite heavily. Infinite return to sender. So I use a black tourmaline, orgonite generator, black tourmaline orgonite generator from Embodiment Celestial. And I'll link all of my supplies in the description. And I put a red mica with it. I meditate with it. I meditate on my generator. I meditate with my red mica. And that has the energy of having infinite return to sender. And so when any person sends me negativity, any person wants to send me judgments or verbal abuse, like any negative energy, maybe they're wishing that I got into an accident, right? That's black magic. Somebody wishing that I got into an accident just because they didn't like my face. I never did anything wrong. I'm a really nice person. Again, I'm a professional. I'm going to be real. I don't do things that are wrong because I like being a shaman more than I like having bad karma. So if somebody's wishing ill intentions on me, like, oh, I want them to be homeless, I want them to get in a car crash or whatever, right? That energy that they send to me will automatically be returned with no ritual, no candles, nothing like that. It just is automatically returning the energy back to the sender. Return to senders, if you guys know this or not, they are not bad karma to do return to senders. It's just when people send me negative energy that is not mine, I do not want other people's negative energy. It goes straight back to the sender, and that's not mine to deal with. Okay, so it's a really good idea to have these things. Okay, I hope I explained it. I know I was talking pretty fast right there, but you know, I would definitely take note of this chakra mudras, right? I would also check out my routine video because I do explain this a little bit better. But yeah, I have this in writing. And next class, we are going to be going over the moon and how to be doing that. So thank you for viewing, and I appreciate your attention, and I hope you have the day you deserve, and I'll see you next time.